after ED attached actor Jacqueline Fernandez's property in Sukesh Chandrashekhar extortion case, Jacqueline has now filed a response to the agency. She says ED is differentiating between Nora and I, ED treating Nora and I differently even though I was the victim in this particular case. Nora was conned and she became a witness. I was also conned, but I have been named as an accused. The 7 crore rupees which have been frozen by ED in my bank account is not the proceed of crime. Money frozen by ED is my legitimate income. I'm a victim of Sukesh Chandrashekar's modus operandi, unquote. Prashant Patil, who is the lawyer for Jacqueline Fernandez, is now joining us on the phone line. Mr. Patil, thanks and appreciate you joining us at the moment. What is going on as far as this reply of Jacqueline Fernandez is concerned, and where do you think that the discrepancy is by the ED? Because the claim made by Jacqueline, your client, is that she and Nora are being treated differently.
See, we won't take anybody else's name in this. It's just a legal reply filed before the Accusation Authority in Delhi, which clearly states that similar facts, there are other witnesses in the same matter, but the other people are arraigned as witnesses and not accused. So it's a law point argument. There is no intention of taking somebody else's name.
Understand that you are filed a reply on the basis of the legality. She also further goes on to speak about the 7 crore frozen by ED in her bank account are not proceeds of crime. Why do you say so?
So this 7 crores are hard-earned money of Jacqueline. It's a tax-paid money. The source is very clear. We have supplied the Enforcement Directorate and the Adjudicating Authority the balance sheets and the income tax returns, which clearly reflect that this is a hard-earned money, which is a tax-paid money. Not a single penny, not even 1 rupee, has come from proceeds of crime, any proceeds of crime for that matter.
And I take your point on that one, Mr. Patil. My colleague Manish Pandey, who's been tracking all these developments on the story, is joining us live now and has some questions for you. Over to you, Manish. Take it away.
Now, Mr. Patil, I have a very simple question. Now, as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, what they have been claiming that Nora Fatehi never met Sukesh Chandrashekhar. She got a BMW car which was returned later, but it was in exchange of appearing for a program which was organized by Sukesh's wife. But as far as Jacqueline Fernandez is concerned, she was in touch with Sukesh from January 2021 to August 2021, and she has taken gifts worth more than 10 crore rupees, and that is why she has been named as accused and Nora Fatehi as witness. What do you have to say about this?
So on parity, I'm not going to talk about anybody else but Jacqueline on first point. But it is not the Enforcement Directorate's case that the proceeds of crime or the alleged gifts received is more than 10 crores. They have identified only 7 crores. Now, what is the quantum? Why 7 crores? Even that is quite erroneous, which we have filed in the reply. We have pointed out the calculations made by the Enforcement Directorate are wrong. Having said that, if Jacqueline was in touch with somebody, it was a fictitious name. She never knew this person as Sukesh Chandrashekhar. He had introduced himself through a spoof call, through a modular phone, sitting behind the bars which she did not know, with a fictitious identity by the name of Shankar Vela. So the person who received the call, that Jacqueline's friend, he received a call prima facie reflecting that this was made from the Union Home Ministry. And it was a fictitious identity who reflected himself as a nephew of a particular political leader from Tamil Nadu and owner of a particular television production house. So, for being in touch with a fictitious person who has impersonated himself as somebody else will not amount to an offense.
Mr. Patil, I completely understand what you are saying, but it was not only about phone calls. She met Sukesh Chandrashekhar in a Chennai hotel. It was a physical meeting. And what the Enforcement Directorate is claiming that by the month of February, she was aware of the real identity of Sukesh Chandrashekhar. Still, she was receiving gifts, to the tune of 7 crore, what you are saying, and Sources are saying something else.
No, I'll submit on this. First of all, you have made an allegation regarding the physical meeting. Now, regarding the meeting that Mr. so-called Chandrasekhar, allegedly, he was outside, he reflected himself as a business entrepreneur. He did not reveal that he's sitting behind the bars. He's outside. Jacqueline has not got to meet him behind the bars at the jail. He's at Chennai. a person is at Chennai who reflects himself as a business entrepreneur and he calls over Jacqueline for some kind of a work-related issue. So if she meets him, will it amount to an offense under the Indian laws? First point. Secondly, you say that the identity was revealed to Jacqueline and she continued receiving gifts. That aspect and allegation we will clarify before the Honorable Court because that allegation is wrong, it's misconstrued. But we have prima facie evidence to show that that is a misconstrued allegation, which will file it before the court.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Patil, for talking to us. Chaiti, back to you.